This development story from Sierra Leone, where after months of post-election unrest in the West African nation, the government has now imposed a nationwide curfew on the country. Well, this follows what it called an attempt by some unidentified individuals to break into the military armoury at the Wilberforce Barracks. That's in the nation's capital, Freetown, this morning. The barracks is near the Presidential Lodge. A statement by the Minister of Information and Civic Education, Chen said that the individuals have all been repelled. President Julius Bio also confirmed the alleged attack and the blanket curfew on the country from his social media X handle. While residents in the capital spoke of sporadic gunfire late Saturday night and in the early hours of Sunday, with the capital enveloped by uncertainties this morning. But no casualty has been reported in the second exchange of gunfire in Sierra Leone after a similar incident happened in September following the June controversial presidential and legislative elections in the country. The Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone declared sitting President Julius Bio of the ruling Sierra Leone People's Party re-elected with 56.17% in the presidential vote, while his opponent, Samura Kamara, and his main opposition, All People's Congress, rejected the results, citing alleged irregularities in the electoral process. Well, for more on the attempted coup in Sierra Leone, we have the former spokesman of the UN mission in Sierra Leone, Patrick Coker. He joins us on the news at this time. It's good to have you join us on the news. The most disturbing news, I would say, from Africa today would be the attempted coup, which was aborted in Sierra Leone. Could this mean there is a possibility that we're supposed to see a military takeover sometime soon in the country?
Thank you very much, and good afternoon. This is not a pleasant development at all, especially when the country is turning the curve and pursuing its democracy. It definitely gives a disturbing news development as we speak.
But what would you say now that the government has imposed a curfew? Would you say that is enough to quell whatever disturbance, or would I say attempted coup that they experienced just this morning by the government said there are some unidentified individuals? Would you say everything is under control now, or what do you make of the coup in the first place?
Basically, we can say this is an attempt by government to take control of the situation. First and foremost, the curfew aims to keep civilians away from arm's way. And whoever is found going against the curfew definitely becomes a target by the government. On the other hand, it also separates those who are not part of the attempted coup and the government forces. Now, it also helps to identify who is or who belongs to one side or the other. On a final note, it shows that the government is in control. However, we know that there are still some shootings in some areas, but feedback that I have gathered shows that more than 90% of the country is calm. So it is only Freetown that we've had any serious firing, as it were.
I think it's good to know that you're giving us that update now. But what does this say really about African governments, as the government in Africa, considering the fact that what actually led to all that played out during the presidential election in Sierra Leone and how President Julius Bayo got to power, the fact that the opposition are not even, of course, satisfied with the results that brought him into power, do you think there is some sort of connection as to the legitimacy of the government of President Bayo?
Well, this is one coup too many. Since the elections, we've heard about reports of coups. Before now, some military officers were arrested for trying to attempt. Then this has happened. It only shows that the initial rumors were not, for me, effectively managed. And this happening takes it to another level, especially where the armoury was targeted. It also shows that those who are planning the coup have little or no logistics for them to target the armoury. Having said that, it definitely also calls to question why we still have some people who want to resolve political issues by military means. I believe that political solutions should be applied. All parties who are not happy with the situation should come to the table. Those who are in government must be very sensitive to disaffections, and where necessary also, concrete measures must be put in place to deal with insurrections or complaints from the rank and file of the military. This is a military that has gone through one of the best trainings from the international community, and indeed some countries being partners in training them. So we really do not expect this from the military. However, we definitely have some disaffected soldiers, or officers and men, who need to be fished out and necessary measures taken. In the same light, politicians must be very responsible and responsive to the yearnings of the people, especially the electorates.
Former spokesman of the UN mission in Sierra Leone, Patrick Coker, thank you so much for talking to us on TVC News at 4.
Thank you very much.